and welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just to win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that could put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll here and towing the slab, Tyler Wells. How about a scouting report on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Cowser sizes this one up, brings it in. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Barger matched a homer in his last game. That one's upstairs, ball one. One out, base is empty. Swung on, popped up left side. Henderson sizing this one up. He's got it, and there's two away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And that's down and away. Two outs, base is empty. That's hard hit on the line. Brings it in for the third out. Go down in order. And now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show.
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. That one felt good. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time, and that is bad, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Jordan Westburg stands in now and watches strike one. Just missed.
The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
Next pitch is outside. Bieber was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. On the ground, right side. Fires over to Guerrero. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Let's check out their lineup for this must-win contest. At Singy, their production in the postseason has been underwhelming.
It's usually not great to have your whole team below the Mendoza line, Boog. These bats have been ice cold, and if they don't want their season to end in disappointment, they're going to need to make some noise in this ball game.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike one. swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Ball one there.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Yeah. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike three.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. That when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
And the righty deals. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this. Game 4 of the division series. Anthony Santander at the plate. Wells back to work. Pitch misses. Ball one. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Fastball in for a strike. Now 1-2. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third, and he held up. And that's outside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And he walked him. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Mullins makes the grab, and there's one down. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Just off the outside edge. Ball one. Springer goes 6 feet 3 inches, 220 pounds, and he won a Gold Glove last season. Swing and a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
He was all over that one. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
First and second, 1 out. Now the left fielder, Davis Schneider. And that one fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Now a pop-up on the infield. Mountcastle under it. And that's the third out. Blue Jays leave a pair. They're down 1-0. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. And now the right fielder, Colton Cowser. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
No ball. One strike.
And that's in for a strike. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Kobe Mayo, the next to hit for the Orioles. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
0-1.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 4 of this ALDS. Next offering is fouled back. That one misses. 2-2.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Adley Rutschman, batting with one down, takes a strike. Just missed. One out and a runner at second. Left field. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Slap the other way, foul. Cowser at second with 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried.
Fires over to first. That is the inning. 1 left for the Orioles, but they still lead it 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
And there's the strike. Cut on and miss, struck him out. 1 out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Into center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a couple of quick outs. And next for Toronto, Addison Barger. And that's in the dirt. And that is ball 1.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on, you want to be a table setter. Work the at-bat, get deep, whatever it takes, get on first base.
That one fouled off.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
And down on strikes he goes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Nothing doing here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. And into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. And that drops in for a strike. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. And that just misses. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Man at first, and stepping in is the speedy Jordan Westburg. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Guerrero pulls that one down, and there's 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Gunnar Henderson. Snap throw to first, but he's back safely. Mullins off of first with 2 away. Next offering is in for a strike. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that is that. Start of the 4th. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that one fouled off. Out to short. Henderson. The throw to first. Out. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. And the batter now, Anthony Santander. He reached out a walk his first time. That clips the zone. Strike 1.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Takes it in for the out. And here is Dalton Varsho. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Fought off foul. Foul ball there. Here's the 0-2.
Ball 1.
2 down, nobody on. Here in game 4 of this ALDS. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. Runner at first with 2 away. Here's George Springer. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In there for strike 1. Hard hit right side. He'll do it himself. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 1 left for Toronto. They trail here 1-0. Back now at Oriole Park. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Tyler O'Neill. That one fouled hard the other way. And that's downstairs. And now it's even 1-1. Out in front and foul to the left side. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Here's a 1-2. Chases that one out of the zone. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Next offering is in for a strike. To the right side. Guerrero the toss to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. 2 outs, base is empty. Kobe Mayo the next to hit for the Orioles. And a strike on the outside edge. Just missed.
No.
Swing and a miss.
1-2.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So they go. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Wells back to work. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Just missing there. And a count 1-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Got him. One away on the strikeout. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Blue Jays down a run. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. That one fouled off. 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He circles the bases, and we're all square. It's 1-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Out front, rip foul. Kirk measures 5 feet 8 inches, 26 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, Excellent execution, and it
whips it to Mountcastle, and Bichette is retired. Out number 3. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. All even now at 1-1. Game 4 of the division series. Here's Adley Rutschman. On the ground. Guerrero steps on first for the out.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit. And he hits a ground ball right side. Over to first. Out. And a couple of quick outs. And next for the Orioles, Jackson Holliday. Struck out looking his first time.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that's in there for strike 1.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
Right through there for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Two down, nobody on. Fights it off, he'll see another.
One, two.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swings and misses, and the Orioles set down in order. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 5 innings complete. All tied 1-1. All set for the top of the 6th. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Well, these Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
O'Neill settles under it and makes the catch. 1 away. So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a foul out of play. One down, base is empty.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
That missed by a lot. Going to count 1 and 2.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
All tied up here in Game 4 of this ALDS. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Rutschman on to first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. Chris, 3rd time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Now the Orioles manager is Anthony Santander. Next up for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one's back there. Gone into the flag cord. He flexes his power with that swing. His 2nd home run of the series. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-1.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And, you know, he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Varsho in now. Takes ball one off the plate. The changeup missing. And it's 2-0. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Andrew Kittredge up and throwing. Aiken also throwing. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Two outs. Fouls one off. 2-2. Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So 2 down, and next for Toronto, George Springer. Base knock, center field. The throw to third. In there safely.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
So up next, Davis Schneider. Late swing, fouled off. That one not close. And 1-1. Varsho, the runner at third. Springer on at second with 2 down. Outside with a breaking ball.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that'll load the bases.
Well, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered in this game. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count even 1-1. And that one is inside.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
That one lifted to left. And that's the 3rd out. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's going to be Cedric Mullins. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Right side. And it's just foul. That was close. And And a slider misses down and away.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Ground ball right side. And that chance handled. Fires to first on the run. And they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Looks like he wants the signs again. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the sixth. On the ground, right side, Barger. Tosses to first.
Got him.
2 up, 2 down. So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike
No
one.
ball. 1 strike.
Just missed.
That's a good pitch there.
1 ball. 1
Really
strike.
had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you...
He takes it on his own, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Andrew Kittredge into the game.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
On the ground to the left, but that rolls foul. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Breaking ball misses down and away. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Back to the top of the order. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
2-0.
This one in the air. Henderson hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. And that's outside. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. On the ground, could be 2. Here's Holiday for one, and that's two. So no runs, no hits. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Sir Anthony Dominguez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
O'Neill in the box now, takes strike one. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Now it's the right fielder, Colton Cowser. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Holding on to a one-run lead late here in Game 4.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Looking to get the tying run on base. There's a strike. Foul ball, still 0-2. Fans another, and that's three straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Felix Bautista.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Bautista, a righty that throws with power. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. And a foul ball. Got him swinging. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Next is the designated hitter, Anthony Santander. He had a big swing back in the 6th. The solo shot that figures into this game in a pretty big way right now.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat, and he's going to be looking for more, trying to add on to this lead right here.
Activity in the bullpen. Keegan Aiken up and loosening in the pen. Soto, the power lefty, up as well.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Base is empty, one away here in Game 4 of this ALDS. Swing and a miss, and the count is 3-1.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
So there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's what he definitely should have laid off of.
Varsho now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
They say you win.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Last half of the 8th coming up. Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jimmy Garcia.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Mountcastle swings through it for strike one. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to second, they get one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Everyone appreciates when a shortstop makes a play like that. Your manager's smiling over there, and your teammates are loving it.
So digging in, Jackson Holiday. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one's a little bit low. Ball one. And fouled off. And that is out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now, not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. We'll have some adjustments to make. Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that
they get the force. Inning over. They get a leadoff single, but leave him stranded. We're through 8 full here in Game 4. Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Gregory Soto. Well, 1-run game. Here's George Springer to start it off. Just missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Albert Suarez getting ready to go. Povich warming up as well. To third, Westberg. Throws across the diamond. That takes care of Springer. Now here is Davis Schneider. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. High fly ball, right field. Cowser puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Next offering upstairs. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Hit in the air, right field. Cowser makes the grab, and that is that. So they make short work of him there. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
Now this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the 1-run game better than a comfortable 3-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And a swing and a miss. And one away.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump.
Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Around second now, going for 3. The relay throw. Not in time. He's safe.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
1 down, runner at third. O'Neill getting ready to hit. Oh, this one's blasted. High and deep. It's on its way. Out of here. Ball game. He circles the bases, and the Orioles
Well, in the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly and come back for the next game.
A 3-2 final score in this one. As the